Let's start off. What's your name and position with the college?
My name is Paul Michael, and I am a junior here at Lynchburg College.
Okay. Growing up, who would you say were your heroes or people you looked up to?
When I was growing up, I really only had one hero. It's Cal Ripken Jr. He used to play shortstop and third base for the Baltimore Orioles. And being a kid born and raised in Baltimore, I really liked baseball, so went to a lot of Orioles games, and I really looked up to the fact that he was probably the best player that they had at that time, and that he didn't take that for granted. You know, he'd always work hard and always put forth his best effort, and I mean, he was always there. He had the longest consecutive games played streak in Major League Baseball history, and actually in professional baseball history.
What would you say? Who would you say your heroes are, whether they're real or fantasy, in as your age is now?
Right now,
Yeah.
Kamina. I mean,
Could you
he's a fictional character from a television show called Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, and he really inspired me to come out of my shell a lot, because I used to be really shy and a shut in and didn't leave my room for just about anything. And he really gave me the inspiration to put myself out there and to express myself, and really to not care what other people thought of me, just to be out there and do things.
Do you feel that there's a difference between a hero and a person you admire?
I definitely do. I mean, a hero is someone that you want to emulate their behavior, or you want to you want to use them as a good model to follow. Someone you admire, you could admire the way someone carries themselves, but it doesn't necessarily mean you want to be that way. So, I mean, like, I admire various politicians and sports figures, but I don't really feel like I'd ever want to pursue things the way they do.
Are there any other thoughts or feelings you have on heroes that you feel?
I think heroes need to inspire us, and they need to, they're really necessary, and they don't have to be fiction and they don't have to be real, but they need to be someone who, if you would ever meet, you could trust wholeheartedly. And I mean, you can't have someone you look up to just not be who you think they are, because I've known people who've run into people they've considered their heroes and found out that they're completely different from how they portray themselves, and it really crushes you. So I think that heroes have a responsibility to inspire us and to be the people who they portray themselves as, and not to merely put on a facade in order to gain popularity, because that's just the worst thing you can do, is to take somebody's hero away from them.